Good day everyone, I am Aiman. Today we walk you through the safety risk assessment for the activity of fishing at the lake. Our goal is to identify potential hazard, assess the associated risk and propose effective countermeasure. So the first one is hazard electric shock. The first hazard identified is the risk of electric shock due to exposed wire near the lake. There are currently no existing risk control in place. Likelihood is 2, severity is 4, and the risk score is 8. To mitigate this risk, it is recommended that the exposed wire be coated with plastic materials. The responsibility for this action lies with college management. Hazard waste pollution. Next, we address the issue of waste pollution, which can contaminate lake water. There are no existing control for this hazard. Likelihood is 5, severity is 2, and risk score is 10. We propose a scheduled cleaning routine for the lake to control this hazard. Again, this falls under the responsibility of college management. Hazard, slippery soil. The third hazard is slippery soil, which can cause fall and slips. No control are currently in place. Likelihood is 3, severity is 1, and risk score is 3. The recommendation here is to make a designated fishing spot using a proper and safe material. College management is responsible for implementing this control. Hazard, exposed sewage. Finally, exposed sewage poses a risk of trip and fall. No control exists at the moment. Likelihood is 3, severity is 2, and risk score is 6. To reduce this risk, a closed lid should be installed over the sewage area. This is also assigned to college management.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Izzuddin. I will do presenting to work activity for my team, which is picnic near the lake. The hazard can we get is water pollution. As the result effect, we can get sick. There are no existing risk control. The probability we will be affected is 2, the severity level is 3, and the risk is 6. And for the recommendation control is make water treatment in the lake. And the person who in charge in this case is the college management. Okay, next, the hazard from picnic near the lake are not tough facility. As the result, effect, we can get injured. There are no resisting risk control. The probability we will be affected is 2, severity level is 2, and the risk is 4. And for the recommendation control is maintenance at all facility near the lake. And the person who in charge in this case is college management. Next, last hazard from picnic near the lake misplaced of facility. As the result, fact also we can get injured. There are no existing risk control. The probability we will be affected is 2, and the severity level is 2, and the risk is 4. And for the recommendation control is place the facility at safe spot. And the person who in charge in this case is college management.
Hi, I am Hadi. I will be presenting two work activities from my team. The first one is jogging and cycling. For this work activity, there are two hazards that we identify. The first one is uneven track. Uneven track can cause the jogger and cyclist to trip and fall down. There are no existing risk control for this hazard at the lake. The likelihood for this to happen is 3, and the severity is 1 because the effect is minimal. The risk score is 3 only. Control that we recommend for this hazard is to repair the track. The person in charge for the control is college management. For the next one is pothole. This hazard will also cause jogger and cyclists to trip and fall too. There is no existing risk control available for this one. The likelihood for this to happen is 4, and the severity is 1. For the risk score, it is 4. We recommend that the person in charge to fill the pothole with sand. The person in charge for this hazard is also college management. The last work activity for my team is site inspection. There are also two hazards that we identify in this area. The first one is rusty equipment. This hazard can cause the equipment that is being inspected to collapse and fall on a person. There is no existing risk control for this hazard. The likelihood for this to happen is 2 and the severity is quite high. It is 3. The risk score for this hazard is 6. The control that we recommend is to replace the equipment with a new one. The person in charge for this one is college management. For the next hazard in site inspection is sharp equipment. The sharp equipment can cause people bleeding and got an infection. There is also no existing risk control for this hazard. The likelihood for this to happen is 3 and the severity is also 3. The total risk score for this one is 9. We recommend that the person in charge to repair the broken part. The person in charge for this one is also college management.